got everybody on tape. They all know it.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying. And it's all done under the protection of this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy. See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making Diddies. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically. And Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Buckle up, because this one's wild. 50 Cent is back at it. And he's got Diddy in his crosshairs again. But this time, he's not just throwing shade. He's coming for blood. Word on the street is that 50's cooking up a full-blown documentary. And it's all about Diddy's secret ties with other rappers. Yeah, you heard that right. He's not just gossiping. He's planning to expose everything. This ain't your typical celeb beef anymore. This is about to get messy. Now everyone's out here wondering, who exactly was Diddy getting involved with behind the scenes? And how does 50 even know all this stuff? It's not like he's guessing. He's got receipts. Let's take it back real quick to January, when 50 dropped a wild post that sent the internet into a frenzy. It was up for a short time before he deleted it, but fans moved fast and snatched screenshots like lightning. That post spread everywhere in minutes. And what did it say? 50 wrote something that had everybody straight up confused. He said he couldn't help anymore, and soon everyone would be gay and happy. What? Folks were like, what does that even mean? It had people scratching their heads, but one thing was obvious. 50 was aiming that post right at Diddy, in the savage way only 50 can pull off. Let's be real.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for
Hey, man. I don't even think of no other man. Besides, if I'm thinking about another man, I'm thinking about uplifting. I want you to party with me for your birthday, man.
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
50 Cent and Diddy's beef didn't just pop up out of nowhere. These two have been locked in tension for years. This feud is straight up legendary in the music game. But now, 50's not just talking trash. He's going deep into Diddy's personal life and public image. And he's not pulling any punches. On an interview with The Breakfast Club, 50 started dropping some super awkward stories from way back in the day. Stuff that had the hosts and listeners like, wait, what? He hinted at some strange encounters from when they were younger. And honestly, it sounded like 50 was just warming up. With Diddy already dealing with serious legal heat and the streets buzzing with rumors, 50's timing couldn't be more perfect or more savage. He's been digging through Diddy's past, checking out his connections with other big names and looking for whatever secrets are still hiding in the shadows. Now the internet is on fire, wondering what this documentary might drop. Word is, it could expose some wild stuff that nobody's heard before. Fans are split. Some are calling 50 messy for even going there, while others think he's about to blow the whole thing wide open. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, it does. Big names in the music biz are suddenly going real quiet when it comes to Diddy. And that silence, it's loud, too loud. People are starting to question what these industry folks are trying to dodge. What do they know that they're not saying? One thing's clear though, 50 Cent ain't scared at all. Whatever he's working on behind the scenes has everybody watching closely. And guess who else isn't biting her tongue? Jaguar Wright. She's been calling Diddy out heavy. According to her, Diddy's been moving shady in the industry for years. She claims he's been pressuring up-and-coming artists and messing with their careers, putting them in situations they never signed up for. That kind of manipulation, it's got people side-eyeing the whole industry. But Jaguar didn't stop there, not even close. She says Diddy's got serious ties to powerful people, names that carry weight in the game. Some of them are big-time rappers and singers, and she swears that's the only reason he's managed to dodge accountability for so long. This isn't just gossip anymore, it's getting deep. Jaguar Wright isn't the only one speaking out, far from it. A lot of folks in the industry are starting to say the same thing, that Diddy's been using his fame and power to keep the truth buried under all the glitz and glam. Behind the flashy parties and shiny awards, something darker might be hiding. And now, it's starting to surface. And then there's Usher's story, and it's got people straight up stunned. Usher once revealed that Diddy brought him into an adult lifestyle when he was just 14 years old. Yeah, 14. Usher said Diddy was taking him to wild parties, late-night clubs, and scenes no kid should have ever been around. He admitted he wasn't ready for any of it, and the stuff he witnessed left him feeling seriously uncomfortable. All Usher ever wanted was to chase his dream in music. But Diddy had other plans. Eventually, Usher realized he had to step back and put some distance between them, for his own good. And the list doesn't end there. Let's talk about Maze, another artist who's had big issues with Diddy. Maze claimed he never got paid fairly for his work, and even accused Diddy of blocking his success instead of helping him level up. These aren't just small complaints. They're part of a much bigger picture that's finally coming to light. That's a heavy accusation, especially coming from someone who used to roll tight with Diddy, but it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about those infamous parties. Diddy's events have always had rumors swirling around them, and not the fun kind. People who were there say some of those scenes were off the rails. Stuff went down that never should have happened in the first place. And now, those stories are starting to bubble back up. Whispers have been flying for years, and they ain't pretty. But now, 50 Cent's about to put it all the way on blast. His upcoming documentary promises to go deep, real deep, into the stories folks tried to bury. And if you've been paying attention, 50's been teasing this heat long before the camera started rolling. He's even called out some well-known male rappers caught up in this whole Diddy mess. It's about to explode. Just recently, 50 aired out his opinion on how Meek Mill handled his part in this whole saga. And let's just say, he did not go easy. In a Billboard interview, 50 straight up said Meek messed up by drawing even more attention to Diddy's drama. According to 50, Meek talking about it so publicly only made folks start asking even more questions. 50 broke it down plain and simple. When you act like the rumors are getting to you, folks start thinking they must be true. So when Meek Mill started posting on Instagram and tweeting about Diddy, instead of shutting things down, he actually made people link him even more to all the chaos swirling around Diddy. And in 50's words, that move was just not smart. Then 50 made a slick comparison, Meek versus French Montana. Both of them have been seen in the same circles, even caught up in some of the same whispers. But here's the difference. French kept his mouth shut. He didn't post, didn't tweet, didn't say anything, and guess what? People stopped talking. No drama, no spotlight, no heat. That was 50's whole point. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. But Meek? He didn't stay quiet, not even close. In fact, Meek went all in. Reports say he made it crystal clear. He wants nothing to do with Diddy or anyone connected to him. Then a video hit the internet that had everybody watching. In the clip, Meek looks straight into the camera and shuts it down. He said, "No Diddy gang. Meek Mill in real life don't ever disrespect me." Yeah, he said that with his whole chest. That right there, that was a public breakup, no question about it. Meek's message came through loud and crystal clear. He's cutting ties with Diddy, and he wants everybody to know it. No mixed signals, no playing nice. Meek wanted out of whatever mess was swirling around Diddy, and he wasn't trying to be subtle about it either. But of course, that wasn't the end. The video clip hit Instagram and blew all the way up. It spread fast, and before you knew it, one of Diddy's own sons jumped in and clapped back. That's when the drama took a whole new turn. And now, it just keeps building with no signs of slowing down. 50 Cent had plenty to say about how Meek's been handling the storm. And like always, 50 didn't hold back at all. In a recent Billboard interview, he said Meek was only making things worse for himself. Instead of clearing the air, 50 claimed Meek added more fuel by constantly reacting, tweeting, going live, and dropping videos where Diddy's name kept coming up. According to 50, if Meek really had nothing to do with any of it, then making such a big scene only gave people more reason to think he did. In 50's words, staying quiet would have been the smarter play. In 50's own words, if you act like it matters, they'll think it's true. And that's exactly the angle he pushed when he brought up French Montana. French has been seen in some of the same circles, and yeah, rumors have floated around him too. But here's the difference. French didn't say a single word. No Instagram rants, no Twitter sprees, no back and forths. And guess what? Nobody's coming for French the way they're coming for Meek. 50 made it clear. Sometimes the smartest move is staying low-key when the mess starts flying. But Meek, he didn't keep it cool. He snapped. Reports say Meek made his stance loud and public. He didn't just pull away from Diddy, he shut it down completely. A video started making rounds online, and Meek was looking dead into the camera when he said it. "No Diddy gang. Meek Mill in real life don't ever disrespect me." That wasn't just a little shade. That was a straight-up block and delete. A full-on rejection of Diddy and everything attached to him. And it didn't stop there. Word is Meek's cutting ties with Diddy's whole family too. That video sent social media into a spin. And just like that, the world knew Meek was done. But hold up, the drama didn't end there. Not even close. Right after that video of Meek went viral on Instagram, one of Diddy's own sons decided to step in. And now, this ain't just Meek versus Diddy, the whole family's in it. Every new post, every clapback, it's getting messier by the minute. Justin Combs wasn't about to stay quiet after Meek made it crystal clear he was done with Diddy. Justin jumped straight into the comments and hit Meek with a cold SMH and a facepalm emoji. No words needed. That move said everything. You could feel the disappointment. Justin was clearly hurt that Meek turned his back on his father. But let's be honest, this fallout didn't come out of nowhere. Meek had already been dropping hints online, backing away from anything linked to the Combs family. But then, he took it even further. Meek went on X, yeah, the app formerly known as Twitter, and made a bold move. He publicly offered $100,000 to bring in an independent investigative team to dig up every single piece of info connecting him to Diddy's legal chaos. Meek wasn't just trying to clear his name, he wanted receipts. He demanded that the team find out exactly who was dragging his name into the mud ever since the scandal exploded. He wasn't playing, he wanted answers, and he wanted them fast. But here's the wild part. No one really knows if all of Meek's moves actually changed how the public sees him. Some people are still giving him the side eye, while others think he's just out here trying to protect his name. Either way, Meek's not the only celeb scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy, especially now that Diddy's reputation is taking hit after hit. And now, another big name just got dragged back into the mix, Justin Bieber. Yep, old footage from 2009 just resurfaced, and it's got people seriously unsettled. In the clip, a 15-year-old Bieber is seen hanging out with Diddy. Then Diddy looks straight into the camera and says, "Where are we hanging out and what we doing?" We can't really disclose it, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. That line right there, it's got folks talking heavy. Viewers are calling it straight up disturbing. especially with everything going on around Diddy right now. Back then, people may have brushed it off, but today, that clip is being picked apart like crazy. With Diddy under a microscope, anything from his past, especially involving young artists, is being pulled back into the spotlight with full force. And this video, it's adding more fuel to an already blazing fire. That same resurfaced video, it gets even weirder. In the clip, young Justin Bieber says, "Let's go get some girls." And Diddy responds with, "A man after my own heart." Back then, some might have brushed it off as a harmless joke. But now, with all the heat surrounding Diddy, people are looking at that moment in a whole different light. The vibe in that clip is way off, and the internet is not ignoring it. Fans are watching it with fresh eyes, and the reactions are strong. People are uncomfortable, plain and simple. What used to seem like playful banter now feels like a major red flag. Justin probably first met Diddy when he was just 13, not long after getting discovered on YouTube and signed under Usher's guidance. And if you've seen his Seasons doc on YouTube, you know he opened up about some dark times in those early years. Bieber revealed that a lot of people around him weren't looking out for him. They were just trying to cash in. He said straight up, "You have all these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me." That line hit hard. And now, fans are starting to ask, who exactly was he talking about? Was Diddy one of those people? The questions are stacking up fast, and the internet isn't letting this one slide. Could Diddy have been one of those people Justin was talking about? That question alone has folks side-eyeing old footage and digging deep into what really went on behind the scenes. And trust, 50 Cent isn't letting this slide. He's locked in and on a mission. He's been loud about it. His documentary is coming for everything, exposing Diddy's personal ties, business deals, and every shady connection in between. And if 50 brings what he's been teasing, fans are bracing for some explosive bombshells to drop. So far, Diddy hasn't said a word about any of these latest claims. He's keeping quiet. But the pressure? It's boiling. Celebs are speaking out left and right, and even old clips from years ago are making people raise their eyebrows like never before. This isn't just gossip anymore. The whole industry is on edge, and the world is watching real close. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think 50's got more names on his list? Who else could be part of this unfolding mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're loving the tea, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your people. Smash that bell so you never miss a single update. This story is only getting wilder, and trust, you'll want to stay locked in. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.